Hello, folks. It's Two Sheds Gabby. I thought before I get started on another box that we would just try something. The last box that I did that was of these custom rolled that the gentleman brought back that apparently was his mother's penny savings for many years. And I got close to 5.5 pounds of copper in it. And so just for the fun of it, I thought this is a regular bank box. I usually get about 3 pounds, approximately a little more, a little less each time. So I thought I would weigh this and then weigh these boxes and just see what the difference is. Just see if they're going to be considerably heavier or if any one is like way heavier than another or anything like that. So we'll start with this bank box and see what it weighs. Oh. So it weighs 14 pounds and 9.5 ounces, so something like that. All right. Oh, it's definitely heavier. This one. Oh, it's not a lot heavier. It's what 7 ounces heavier. Yeah, it's only about 7 ounces heavier. Huh. All right, let's get another one. And that one's only about 3 ounces heavier. Oh, my wrist is going to be sore when I'm done. This one's about 9 ounces heavier. Three ounces heavier. Three more. Oh, my chair is spinning. Three ounces more. Interesting. Two ounces more. And it could even be that this is a lucky box that has more copper. I just don't know. I don't remember what my average weight is. I haven't been weighing them. I wish I had been. All right, one more. All right, about 5 ounces more, something like that. Well, each one is heavier, so there's definitely going to be more copper in these than the bank box. But maybe not quite as much as I was thinking, but I don't know. We'll just get into them and see what we find. So I went back and weighed each one again and just wrote down the weights on the box so that I'll be aware, when I go to go through which box. And then I'll know which one to expect to get a little bit more copper than the others. All right, guys, I am back at my work table now. I'm not using any of the boxes I just weighed because in the last video, I had opened up one of the boxes and I opened up a few of the rolls just to see what I was getting. And so 4 of the rolls have already been opened up. I've got some copper there. Over here, I've got those super nice coins from the 80s and early 90s. And I will go through the rest of this one and see if I still get 5 more pounds of copper, which would be great. At the end of the video, what I will do, though, is just pop open each one of these here and just see if there's anything different looking about any of them. And, if there is, we'll talk a minute or two about that. But let's get into this and see if there's going to be a lot of copper. And man, with any luck, I might even get into a few more wheat pennies. This guy may have pulled all the wheat pennies and just accidentally left a few in. I have no idea. We'll just have to see what we find. Well, the first row I opened today is one like this one right here. And I already see 2 dimes, one right there and one right there. So I'll take those bonuses any day. I love finding dimes in penny rolls. Okay, there's only Just a little bit of copper, but there's 3 dimes. One of them was stuck to the back of one of these copper pennies. So I got 3 dimes, but there's a lot of newer stuff. I'm wondering if maybe all this stuff was the stuff that he had rolled from his mother, and he probably saved pennies himself, and at a separate time, he did some of these, because these are clearly different than these, because these, you know, the newest thing I saw was like a 94, and these, I think I saw like a 2022 was the newest I saw. So, you know, I'm just taking a guess, but I'm leaning to something in that area, that realm of possibility. The next draw I opened was the same as the last one. I didn't see any dimes, but I do see a wheat penny. So that's fun. 1948, Philadelphia. Well, that's neat. I think, if I recall, I put the coins together. This is 23 even. Last row didn't have any 23s. But I think I had a wheat penny and a Canadian penny from this box from the last video. So we'll add 1 to everything at the end. Other than that, I'm perfectly all right. You see, 2 sheds Gabby subtracts everything by 1. Well, I believe that's my second copper penny this roll, so there's not a lot of copper. I mean, besides the weedy, of course. There's another one. I'm in the last row of those rolls. The last row of those rolls again. And here is another wheat penny, kind of dirty, but it is a second wheat penny. Looks like a 57D. Very, very little copper. In fact, the last row had 1 copper penny. And unfortunately, no more dimes. It was like, well, hopefully I'll get a few more dimes out of these, but I didn't. So I'll be glad to be done with these, and hope in the others, if there's no wheat pennies, I'm hoping to at least get a lot of copper. I like the copper. It's gone up a little bit more. The pennies are now, well, I didn't check this morning. As of yesterday, the pennies were 3.1 cents each in value. So how about that? I'll check back and get back with you. There's an 82 to see if it's changed again. All right, we're done with these rolls, thankfully. No wheat pennies, guys, but it was all copper. Wow. I did keep this one out. This one looks really nice. That's pretty. I'll keep ones I find like that for sure. We may have a lot of copper here in the rest of the box, I hope. The next row had a couple of 83s, so I definitely weighed them, but they were zinc. So there was 2 zinc, the rest copper. I did get a couple of S coins that I pulled out. The rest all copper. Even all the 82s were copper. Well, I found another one of these rolls laying on its side in the box. I had missed that. There is a Canadian copper in it, 1964. Not quite halfway through the roll, I have found 2 copper. No dimes, but I did get a Canadian copper. I'll be glad. I thought I was done with these. I hope this is it. I felt down in there I didn't feel any more, so there's one more. And there might be a couple more, who knows. There is an occasional 23. And I did pull one 2009 out, but it wasn't a very good one, actually. There's another copper. There's one more. That's 4. There's 5. Ooh, this is a big roll. The guys are gone to lunch right now, but I'm having a privacy fence put up today. Going from back there all the way up It's right up here. That'll be great to get that in there. A lot more privacy when we're doing our fires and stuff back here. We will eventually replace this back one, but not for a little while yet. It's still standing. Guys, I went through about 6 rolls that were all copper except for 2. There was like an 84 and an 89 that just got slipped in. All the rest of it was copper. But then I just came to a roll that had a lot of new stuff in it again. It does have this Canadian copper. So I'll add that to my collection. But it's got lots of the newer stuff. Hope I don't give lots of rolls like this. There's a 2009 that looks pretty nice. We'll put that up there. A little bit of copper. $82. Oh, I didn't check to see the price of the copper today. I'll do that after this roll. Haven't been finding very many S mints. I did find a couple more just super, super nice copper coins, like from the 70s, that I'll stick aside. Oh, what is that? Come on. Okay. There's a few copper ones in this room. The guy that's doing the fence for me is going to go talk to the, what do they call the guys? You know, in this neighborhood behind me is these patio homes. And the guy that's in charge of the neighborhood thing, I forget what they call it, the guy doing my work is going to go talk to him about putting in the back part of the fence that's wood, because the bottom part of the wood has got is getting eaten up, you know, by bugs and stuff. So it will be needing changed pretty soon. He's going to see if they'll split the cost with us. That'd be great. Looks like the next roll is back to the all copper again. That's cool. I'm going to get a lot of copper, guys. And that's good. You know why? Because copper's going up. Yeah, it's up even more. Now our copper pennies are all worth 3.3 cents each. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's getting... lots more people are telling me that they're seeing people selling it. And so it's going to start getting more common. And people are going to start buying more because they don't want to do the hoarding themselves. And if we want to sell any to make a little money, we'll probably be able to start making a nice little chunk of money. Somebody painted that one. No Wheaties, but that's okay. You know, I'll get those somewhere else. Oh, was that an S? Very cool. After this roll, there's one roll left in the first half of the box. The last several rolls have been nothing but copper, but I got into another one of these rolls that's got some of the newer stuff. No rhyme or reason to this person. 82. Well, a few months ago, my wife gets hot flashes still, poor thing. And I bought her this little bitty, cute little pink personal fan. And she loves it. And I was just browsing through some stuff. And one showed up that's a turbo, a few dollars more than the one I bought her. So like, I'm going to buy me one of those. And she wants me to get her one now. You know, that roll had about half and half. Check this guy out. He'll turn pages in a book. Oh, here you go. That's putting out some wind, buddy. Now I'll have to buy her one. The last row in the first half was all copper, except for one. I have to make sure I go through each row because you just find them here or there. That's a lot of copper. This is just half the box, not even quite half, guys. And this also has those rows that, there's quite a few of those other rows that didn't hardly have any in it. I don't even know if it's going to hold it. This box will even hold it all. I have my doubts. While I was out doing my coin returning today, I got 51 cents and a Canadian nickel in the coin returns. A little more free money. I took my wife to Texas Roadhouse a couple days ago for her birthday, so I got me some more bags of peanuts. Look at this. I missed that one. I'm in the second half. This is the second row in the second half, and I didn't even realize there was another one of these left with the newer stuff. That's a bummer. First row in the second half was all copper. I got 8 coppers and a really nice 2009 in that row. That's a really nice one there. The next row was all copper again, but it had some really, really nice ones in there, in that row. So I kept those out. While I was out doing some banking, I stopped in at the bank that calls me whenever they get a dime bag in. Super people there. Liz said, hey, I got a wheat penny, want it? I'm like, well, sure I do, thank you. So it's a 1951 San Francisco. Thank you, Liz. I super appreciate that. I had 3 more rolls of all copper, but then I came to another roll that had 283s in it. I weighed them. They're zinc. Well, I'll go through several rolls of copper, and then I come to another one of these. I think these are just to keep me humble, you know. Out of the last several rolls, it was all copper except for one 1983, which was zinc. 82. Now I'm going to weigh my 82s, and I'll tell you why. This thing is so full, it's not going to hold it all. So the excess I'm going to put in here until the end, and I'll figure out some way to weigh it all when we're done. So I guess there's 15 rolls left. I'm sure I'll get a couple more of these rolls along the way. It'd be nice if one of them had another wheat penny in it. Or a dime would be good too. No more dimes since that first roll that had 3. A few more rolls of copper and then another one of these. It's funny. A little bit funny, not real funny. I do have a little interesting story to tell you. There was not too long ago, an accident, a really pretty bad accident actually, and just so happens it was a man in one car and a woman in the other. Both of the cars were pretty demolished, pretty torn up. Oh, there's a copper. And luckily, both of them climbed out of their vehicles pretty much injury-free. And the gentleman looked over at her and says, are you okay? She goes, I think I am. She goes, what about you? He goes, I'm good. He goes, I can't believe it. Look at our cars. He goes, I'm not hurt. He goes, I'm, maybe shook up and all that. And she goes, wow, that's pretty amazing. She goes, same with me. She goes, I'm not hurt at all, really. And she goes, maybe it's some type of omen. He goes, what do you mean? She goes, well, it's just, kind of amazing that neither one of us are hurt. And she goes, maybe some type of omen that we should get to know each other a little bit better. He goes, you think? She goes, I don't know. I mean, it's possible. And she goes, maybe, what do you think? He goes, I don't know. She goes, are you single? He goes, I am. She goes, well, I am too. She goes, well, there you go. She goes, maybe we should exchange information. He said, yeah, it's a good idea. She goes, let me get back in the car and find my purse. So she crawled around a little bit in there amongst the rubble and found her purse. And she came out. She goes, look at this. She goes, this huge crash we've had, And this bottle of wine that I had with me did not get broken. She goes, maybe we should have a toast. And he goes, yeah, that's a great idea. So she popped open the bottle and handed him a drink. He took a big old drink and he handed it back to her. And he said, aren't you going to take a drink? She goes, no, I think I'll just call the police. Oh, oh boy. She got him. She was probably thinking it was her fault. Now her troubles are over. By the way, right at the end there, I was thinking, you know what? I think I put a copper over here, and I looked, and there was, sure enough, right on top, there was I think a 64. Another roll with all copper, and then another one of these mixed rolls, but this one's got a Wheatie in it. 1944, Philadelphia. Well, I get a couple of them that way. This roll had some really yucky looking coins in it. He must have saved them all for this roll. There is a little bit of copper though, that's good. See how yucky looking these things are? Look at that. Oh my goodness. I don't think a lot of these are going to make it through the coin machine. It's going to reject a bunch of them, I believe. Oh, that one was too stuck together. Oh, these are nasty. The last roll was all copper. I just don't think I'm going to fit much more in there. I'm going to have to put it in my 82 bowl. It's another yucky roll, but there is another wheat penny in it. And it is a 55 Denver. Yeah, several of them have been stuck together. They're just pretty yucky. Look at those coins. What have they been doing with these things? 64, I believe. I'm gonna weigh that. I think it's 64. It stuck to my finger, yeah. That's sticking to me. $82. That one's coppered. Stuck together again. Good grief. The last one again was like that, and here's another one like that. I think maybe the whole back row was these nasty ones. I don't know how that happens, but I guess he just intentionally did that and just took all his nasty ones and put them on the back row. Man, I hope it ain't like that in every box. I'm telling you, they're pretty nasty. All stuck together. Good grief. That's really sticky. Wow, look at these things. What in the world? That's crazy. There's a nice one. Except it's got goop on it. Look at that. Probably some crazy foreign contagion COVID. I probably ought to lick my fingers wash my fingers rather than lick them. I'm not looking at these real hard, I'm telling you that. Trying to grab the obvious copper and just be done. 82, we weigh it. Copper. The next row had a bunch of nasty ones stuck together. It did have a Canadian copper 12-sided. I hope there ain't a whole lot of these left. Well, that is exactly what it was, folks. That entire back row was just the nasty rolls. Had a few coppers in each one, but pretty. So I didn't get near as much copper there at the end as I thought I was going to get. But let me show you how much copper I got. I managed to get them all in the same box. Look at that. 9 pounds and over 3 ounces. That's a lot of copper, even still. Man, and I hope maybe the next boxes won't have all that junk in it. You know, we may get one with over 10 pounds. That would be amazing. 9 pounds of copper in this box, plus 4 or 5 Wheaties. Wow. I'm going to open up these boxes and just look in, see if we see anything. Just catch our eye. We'll do that in just a sec. Well, I pulled 4 of these boxes over, and I think I'm seeing a lot of newer stuff. See, a lot. This is the rolls I just went through that had all the new stuff and had all the yucky stuff. That's what these are. And I see a few non-copper things there. Look at this. Almost the whole box. There's a wheat penny in there, though. So maybe we'll get into some wheat pennies. That would be great. That one don't feel right. I guess it's all right. It was squishy. This one's got a lot of the older ones, but some of that stuff, we'll just have to see. My wife just came in here to tell us something, so I guess I'll just call it off right here, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you the next time. I'm going to do a box of nickels before I get into any more of these.